Hello and welcome to another Verbling class. Tonight's class is on conversation. We'll get started shortly.
Hi, Simon.
Elle, good to see you again.
How are you? A long time no talk.
I know I've been on vacation. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? How was your vacation?
It wasn't very restful. I just stayed at home,
Mm-hmm.
so not as relaxing. What have you been up to?
I just came back from because I usually volunteer at it's called Literally Volunteer Center near my house, and then I just came back from that place. They 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 had me to talk to the reporter about how what that is mean to become U.S. citizen.
Uh, well, I know the easiest way to become a U.S. citizen. If you're born there, paperwork is really easy.
I know. That's true.
Unfortunately, you're already born, so you got to go the long way.
Yeah, me. I have been there, done there already.
All right, terrific. Well, welcome to class, Elle. We'll get started shortly.
Sure.
Katrina.
Yes, hi. Do you hear me?
I hear you. Where are you from?
Originally I'm from Russia, but now I live in California for the next few months.
That's a bit of a trip.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Excellent. Well, welcome. And then you're going back to Russia?
No, not actually. I'm going to stay here, to live here and to find a job in a few months. So I need more practice, as much practice as it possible.
Well, that's smart because I know it's going to get very cold in Russia very soon.
Yeah, it's already cold there. It's about, I don't know, like autumn.
It is.
And,
all right, well, welcome. Let me say hi to everybody else. And David, hello, David. You just joined us as well.
Hello, how are you?
I'm okay. Are you tired, David? Is it a long day?
It was a long day, but I'm not tired.
Yeah,
I have energy for more things.
Good, good. Well, we'll have a nice conversation here shortly. Thank you for coming. Adela, hello.
Hello, Simon. How are you today?
I'm good. It's good to hear your voice again, Adela.
Thank you.
How have you been? Did you have a good summer?
Yes, I traveled well, a good summer.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, let's see who else just joined us. We've got Mian. Is that how I say your name? Mian?
Yeah, Mia.
Mian, where are you from?
I'm from Pakistan.
Pakistan. Ooh. So it's probably pretty late in the night right now.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. in morning.
Yeah. Can't you sleep tonight?
Yeah, tonight. 2 a.m. in the night.
Yeah, that's pretty late. All right, well, not a problem at all. We'll get started here shortly. Okay. All right. Okay, so who else has joined us? Oh, and Jose. Hello, Jose.
Hi, Simon.
Good to see you, my friend. Welcome
back.
Nice
to see you again.
Well, Jose, you picked a good class to come to. This is my conversation class. And we're going to come up with a topic to talk about soon. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to have the structure of this class is going to be in rounds. In the first round, I'll give each of you 2 minutes of talk time. You can talk with me or you can just talk about what you like. In the next round, you will but you'll talk with the student beside you. Whenever you guys hear this sound, you have to stop talking because then it's somebody else's turn. So even if you're in mid-sentence, time is up. Now, I don't have a topic of conversation for today. That's on purpose. I would like to get some ideas from you guys. So I would like you guys to type some ideas in the group chat. You'll see that it's along the right side of your screen. If you don't, it's on the left side of the screen. You'll see a little blue box with 3 lines in it, and it's called chat. So I'm looking for some ideas of what we can talk about today. Nobody's typed anything yet, or I don't see anything yet. Because I will pick something if you guys don't, and you don't want me to do that. English learning. Okay, there's one topic. Love. Okay. Oh, I like that. Is love forever? Weather. Well, we just did weather on the weekend, so we won't do weather today. And I hear somebody typing, so let's see if there's another topic coming up. All right, so I see English learning and love, or education, learning English. Okay, so immigration. Oh, that could be a very good topic, especially with what's going on in Europe right now, and not just Europe. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to come up with 3 topics. Immigration, learning, that covers English learning and education. So immigration, learning, and love. I'll just type those out. Learning, love. Okay, sorry about that typo. I want each person to vote. Whichever one gets the most votes, that's going to be our topic. So you can just type the word. 1 vote for immigration. 1 for learning. 2 for immigration. Immigration is winning. That's only 3 votes, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7. Immigration wins. That's 4 votes. 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 out of 7 wins. All right. So now you can talk about anything regarding immigration. You can talk about your hopes of immigration, your experience immigration. You can also talk about emigration, right? They're very much related. It's your point of view. Actually, to immigrate, you emigrate from somewhere else. So I'm going to give each of you 2 minutes. I'm going to start off with Adela, then I'll go to David, Ekaterina, and so on, the way I see you guys on my screen. If you're not talking, please keep yourself on mute, so that way it doesn't distract the person who is talking. So Adela, you've got 2 minutes. Go ahead and let's have a conversation about immigration. What do you think?
I don't have more idea about immigration because I didn't emigrate to another country. I didn't have this need to emigrate, but I think it's a very interesting topic because we have a very hard problem in Europe in this moment. In this moment, the borders are closed in for example, Austria, etc. This part of Europe to control the population about Syria, etc. I think this is a problem for the Europe Union, but government need to do something for that. Spanish people in the past were immigrant because we emigrated to Germany, to France, and today we have started to do something in another countries to young people go to the Germany to have a good job. It's a movement of people. I think is not so.
Thank you, Adela. So yeah, it is a movement of a lot of people. So things are really tough in Syria right now. Things are tough in some of the surrounding countries, other areas. Iraq's having some troubles because of the same issue. Now, every country to some degree supports immigration. The numbers that a country allows in, these are usually planned. When you have a mass migration, it really causes a disruption. And that's what we're seeing here, a mass migration of people in the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and who knows how many people are actually on the move right now. Thank you, Adela. David, I don't know, maybe you can bring in your topic of love, and love is forever in this too, but what are your thoughts on immigration?
I think we have here in Europe a very big problem, because we are talking about immigration of the half of the overall population of some countries. And if I have to think about the half of the Spanish population going out to look for a better life, I think something very terrible would be happening here to force this situation. And I think governments and we have to help these people. We have to accept these people.
Why? Why do we have
in our countries? Because we can leave them alone, and if we don't accept them, probably they are going to die.
Okay, good. So that's what I want you guys to do. Articulate what. Don't just say it's bad or it's good. Tell me why. So keep going with that, David. Keep going.
Yes, and not only we have to help them. I think we also have to go to these countries and check for the problem, because if something very bad is happening there, if some crazy people are killing the others only for their way of thinking, of their religion, of something like this, I think.
What is the name of the organization? Is it called because I think I've heard many different names. I think the latest, it used to be ISIS, and I think it's just IS now, or the Islamic State. Is that the name of the organization that people are fleeing?
Islamic State, I think.
Yeah.
Out here in Spain, we call it auto-called Islamic State, and they are killing everyone. They have to. Oh.
Thank you, David. All right. So as David says, this is yes, as David said, it's a deep topic, a very deep topic. So we're talking about immigration. We're talking about, in this case, Syria. Now, this can be a very, very emotional topic too, especially if you saw that picture of that boy, that 3-year-old boy on the beach, dead. And especially if you have your own kids, that's pretty shocking. But we don't have to get down into the really sad aspects of immigration. We can also think in terms of solutions, or we can think in terms of your own experience. So don't feel that you have to continue the conversation. You may, or you don't have to as well. All right. Next, Katrina, you have 2 minutes. What's on your mind regarding immigration?
Actually, it's pretty personal topic for me because of 2 main reasons. The first one is I am an immigrant here in the U.S. I didn't want to immigrate from Russia early, but I had to because my husband is living here in the U.S. and I had to choose between my country and my family, and I realized how difficult it is for even if everything is okay. I have place for living. I have enough money. I have my husband here who knows all all about immigration by himself, and who knows this area and the city. And the second reason is I know many people who have to immigrate from Ukraine, for example, because of this war between Russia and Ukraine, and they cannot immigrate to Russia because of this war, and they have to immigrate to another country. And now, when I watch all these videos about refugees in Europe, I am completely shocked, because I imagine myself in their places, and I cannot imagine how I could deal with it, and how difficult it is for real people with children and their families and everything. And actually,
sorry.
Okay.
And in the next round, you're going to have a chance to speak with another student. You'll have more time, so you'll have more time to express your thoughts. Guys, I like these kind of topics because we have an emotional attachment. It means something to us. So when we're speaking, we're not thinking so much about English. We're thinking about how to convey our thoughts. And I think that's very important. All right, Elle, you initially wanted to talk about weather, but then you changed your vote to immigration.
Yeah. I can talk about immigration from my experience.
Excellent. Why don't you, you've got 2 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Yeah, I had immigrated from Thailand in 7 years ago, and it was a long process to become a U.S. citizen. So since I live here, I took some time to adjust for living here, and I learned a lot from everything over here. For example, like I want to talk about the medical over here. Last time when my husband, he was really sick, and took him to the hospital, and the doctor over there, they just treat him first. Nobody asked me about, oh, can you afford it, how much money you have. They just try to help to save his life first. Yeah, that is very, like, what should I say? Because from where I am, if you don't have insurance, or if you don't have money to pay for the bill, they're not going to treat you.
That's tough. Yeah. We call that, in English, we call it universal health care. It's when a country provides a certain level of assistance to everybody, regardless of income or wealth.
Yeah, but eventually we have to pay the bill, but they treat you first. That's what I really impressed.
Nice. That's good. Well, it looks like your time is up. We got 4 seconds left, but that's really not enough time to say much, so I'll stop the time. Yeah, I lived in the United States for a while, and I had some medical insurance as a student.
Oh, okay.
But I also knew that if things got really bad, all I had to do is return to Canada, and I had full coverage, so I never really worried about my health too much.
Yeah, good.
Right. Thank you, Elle.
Thank you.
Next is Jose. Jose, what are your thoughts on immigration, or leaving your country, or having others join your country? It's a large or not a large topic, it's a huge topic. Go ahead, please.
Yes, it's a huge topic. Now I live in Spain. I think the immigration it is a global problem. This problem is affecting all the countries. Now Syria has a issue about the terrorism. The people is getting away from this country. the European Union has a lot of people that they have to share around the other countries, and they didn't know how to solve the problem. I think the politicians should have to reach a big deal about solving this problem. In Spain, we had a problem about immigration. This problem is about 20 years ago, more or less. The people are coming through Spain from Africa, and the European Union didn't take care anything about how to solve the problem. I think that Spain has trying to solve this problem only this country without any helping. I think the European Union now is worried about the.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Manolo, hello.
Hello, hello.
Where are you from, Manolo?
I'm from Brazil.
Ah, welcome. You're the only Brazilian in tonight's class. Good to have you here, sir. So we're talking about immigration as our topic today. What are your thoughts on immigration?
Well, I think I came here in Brazil. We have a lot of people that they came from another countries. Like, for example, my family, they came from Italy, and I think this kind of thing, the people need to have an open mind. That I think they need to receive or be welcome with this people, because we don't know what kind of situation that they have in their countries. I think is a problem for the government, because we don't have a lot of resources to have all these people in our countries. But I think the solution is maybe the government together. They need to solve this problem. Fix this problem. I think it's
okay. So
yeah.
which governments should be responsible for fixing it?
Well, we know that, for example, countries like in the north, European Union, and especially in United States and Canada, you have a better quality of life, better resources to, and we know that the problem of immigration, it's more clear in this country. So
thank you, Manolo. Very good point. Very good point. And lastly, in this round, we have Saiban. Hi, Saiban. It's been a while.
Hi.
How are you?
How are you, teacher?
I'm good.
Fine. Thank you.
Well, Saiban, it's been a long time. I know it's late where you are, but it's good to have you in my class. I always enjoyed having you as a student. I want to give you 2 minutes to talk about immigration or opportunities or threats, and what does immigration mean to you? What comes to mind when you hear immigration? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Sam, I live in Iraq currently, so I am among the people who are suffering right now or escaping from Iraq and Syria. So I will be, I mean, I understand the situation more than the people who are, let's say, they are, uh, they are far away from this, what's happening right now in Iraq. So I will just say, I mean, in just a short sentence, that people are escaping from the death, from it. They don't want to die in Iraq and Syria because every day they got, let's say, the threat from whether their politician, the people, I mean, the people who are working, I mean, in the government, they are very corruption. They don't want, I
Corrupt.
mean, they don't do corrupt. Yeah, they don't work for people. They are just working for themselves. So even if you are escaped from ISIS, you will be under the mercy of the corrupt people. So people are, I mean, they are ready to die, just I mean, in order just to escape from Iraq. I mean, no matter how I mean how it's gonna cost them, or I mean, no matter about the I mean unknown the future, but they just want to get. I mean, they don't want a better life. I mean, better. I mean, let's say a good life. No, no, just they wanted to escape from the death. I mean, I mean, they don't want to die here.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I think
yeah,
that's a good
okay.
point, what you're saying, Saiban. It's not so much that they're looking for a better life. They can't think that far. They're just trying to survive. Imagine somebody just hunting you down
Yeah,
and knowing that you might be dead the next day. That's what they're trying to escape. It's not about trying to find a better life. It's about trying to live. Okay, well, I'm now going to extend the talk time to 4 minutes. That means I'm going to pair you up. So the first pair will be Adela and David, and then I'll go next. So it'll be Ekaterina and Al. And I want you guys to have a conversation with each other. It's conversation class for a reason, not speech class. Here are the rules. Give each other a fair amount of time to talk. You've only got 4 minutes. You can't afford to take 30 seconds to a minute to speak. So be mindful of how much time you're using. And if your partner's talking too much, try to politely interrupt. If your partner's not talking enough, try to ask them more questions to get them talking, okay? All right, so I'm going to set the time to 4 minutes. Now, again, we've been talking about immigration. We've been talking about the mass exodus of people out of Syria and, well, I shouldn't just say Syria, it's about area affected by ISIS or the Islamic State. There is also, and I'm not going to show you the picture because it's very disturbing, but I'll put the link in the chat if you guys haven't seen this, but it's a 3-year-old boy that was found dead at a beach as related to the exodus and this crisis. And it's made a huge impact on much of the world because you're not just seeing people now, you're seeing a child, which everybody understands, a child that shouldn't have to be this way. So with that being said, again, take your time, relax, pause if you need to. Don't rush. Let's enjoy the conversation. Let's see what new words we can learn. David and Adela, go ahead, please. You have 4 minutes.
Hello, David.
Hello,
It's a hard topic.
Yes.
Yes, because yes, the image say Simon about the children on the beach was the image were terrible. I think.
Yes, indeed. When I saw this picture for the first time, I had to change the channel on the TV because I am not ready to explain it to my children.
Yes, anything is anyone is prepared to say to talk about that because it's a very important problem. I think Spanish people have an answer or is having an answer important. The society, not the government, but the society. I think maybe it's a good answer, no?
I think so. I think I know many people that they are willing to pay the bill in some aspects. I think for me, I'm willing to give my money if it can help to help these people to start a life, not yet a better life. Like if Sabian said, they only want to be alive and to live, and it's very hard. I think we have to do something. We can't stay at our sofas here and wait the government to do something. What do you think?
Yes, I think government don't offer solution. On the European Union, they discuss, they argue about the number is for you, the number is for me, but society is in NGO or another organization offer the possibility to have the refugees in your at home, in your house, or maybe in small towns. The people offer the possibility to go here.
Yeah.
I think it's solutions.
And I typed in the chat box one question. Will you agree with a war against these organizations? Will you agree with the idea that our army goes to these countries to stop this terrible thing?
I think it's a double face because to go another country to use the force against organization, a bad organization, no, but is to go to another country. That is a little complicated because sometimes it's against us.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good conversation, guys. Excellent. So one of the points that was brought up in this discussion is, well, we can accept refugees, but maybe we need to go and intervene, which means military intervention, which means force, which means the West is going into a part of the region that doesn't look too forward to the West coming in militarily. So I might suggest then is, why are not the countries in the region doing something to intervene militarily, or are they? So that's one thing to think about is, yes, it's tough, but whose responsibility is it? All right, next we have Ekaterina and Al, again on the topic of immigration. We seem to be focused on Syria today, and that's fine, but don't feel that you have to stay on this topic if you'd like to talk about something else. All right, ladies, you have 4 minutes. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Katrina. Can I say you?
You could call me Kate.
Okay, that is easier. You said that you live in California, right?
California, yes, in the US.
Which city?
Which city? It's San Francisco Bay Area. City is San Jose.
I used to live in San Francisco. How you like it?
It's pretty different living in Russia and in the US, and actually Moscow, where I lived before. It's a huge city, and now I live in San Jose. It's a small city.
Warmer.
Yeah. And what about you? Where do you live?
I used to live in San Francisco for 2.5 years, but
Oh, really?
I don't like it because the weather. I don't like the it was always cold and windy.
I see. You know, as for speaking of immigration, California is the first state is the state with the highest level of immigration. It's approximately 70% of people in California are immigrants or used to be immigrants.
Yeah, but since I have experience living there and living in Alabama and living here, West Virginia, I think what should I say, the atmosphere, because in California you have a lot of friends and it's easy to live there compared
to Alabama.
Yeah, and compare where I live to is totally different. In California, we have everything.
I agree. You know, when I moved here, I was very surprised by Obama's politics about immigration, about immigrants. For example, a few months ago, the government of the United States wanted to release a law giving the immigrants an opportunity to get a driver license.
Yeah.
And it's so strange for me. It's so, how to say, human oriented. Despite these people are illegal immigrants, the government in the United States try to do something for them. It's great, actually.
Yeah, I think so too. But for some people, they don't like it. They want them to leave the country.
Do you talk about native local people who's living there?
I'm talking about the illegal people living in USA. You're talking about the legal people living here, right? And Obama, yeah. And do you agree with him?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure whether it's a good thing or bad thing strategically in the long term.
Yeah, it's hard to say, right?
I don't know, but I think that it's good that the government tried to do something with people who have children here.
Yeah.
And,
Thank you very much. It's a very interesting topic. So probably about 100 years ago, maybe 200 years ago, Texas and other surrounding areas, it was part of Mexico.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was, then the United States took over that territory, went to war and took it, and now you've got all these people coming from Mexico back into those areas, and it's almost like they're saying, well, yeah, you took it away, now we want to come back. And it's like they're kind of reclaiming it, which is kind of interesting. You know, a lot of people are getting upset because they're coming over. Well, this was their land, you know, not too long ago in recent history.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. And sometimes when we're talking about stuff like this, it's all about perspective. David said, I think the only way to fix a problem is to look at the cause, and sometimes we need to do that. And with immigration, with what's happening in the U.S., you've got to look at the situation. One senator once said, well, what is it? Why we build all this wall down in the south? What about up north? Let's build one against Canada too. Good luck paying for that one, though, guys. That's a much longer border. And if the Americans wanted to build a wall, we would just say, build it on your side. It would look ugly. But walls don't keep people out. We've seen that. Look at how many walls China has built. There's not just one Great Wall. There's probably a dozen throughout the country. They didn't stop people from invading the country. Walls are not very effective. Walls are there for privacy. I saw a student today run over my fence and over the neighbor's fence. It doesn't stop people from coming in or leaving. All right, thank you very much. Now we'll go on to Jose and Manolo. Gentlemen, your thoughts on immigration. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Manolo.
So, hi.
Do you have some problems of immigration in your country?
No, here I don't think so. It's very calm. We are so far than all the other countries. Actually, I live in the south, so it's very far, and we don't have these problems. And you?
Now I live in Spain. We have problems about immigration, but because the European Union don't have a good solution about it, and they are trying to solve sharing people around all the countries that belong to the European Union, and we have to get some immigrants from European Union, and these immigrants, if you get these immigrants, you have to put money on your budget in order to give an education, to give a good healthcare system, things like that. I think it's not a good solution.
Yeah,
the European Union don't give us any amount of money. We have to put money on the budget, our money.
Yeah, I saw when I was there. I saw that the governments, they especially in European Union, seems that they fight the problems, but it's not the same way in the whole countries, like the European Union. For example, when I lived in Italy, they tried to fix the problem in different ways if you compare to Germany. So was very strange, because if there is a block, economy block, I thought that could be the same, but they would solve the problem the same way. So what was very interesting to see this. But I think we don't have limits in our countries. We don't have borders. So if you go there and you see doesn't have any line that here finish Spain and start France, you know. So this is a kind of political belief, and that is I think is the human being problems, because if you don't believe in that limits, and then you can live together with other countries and other people from the other countries and other cultures.
Yes, I think so. I think this kind of problem affect to.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right. Well, Saiban, I guess you're going to have to be teamed up with the teacher tonight. So, Saiban, you and I are going to have a conversation.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about immigration. And why don't I turn this topic over to you first. We were talking a little earlier. What's on your mind?
Okay. What's in my mind? It just I'm really surprised. Surprised why the European country they don't let's say solve this problem from the road. I mean, why they don't support the local government in both countries, in Syria and Iraq? So I mean,
okay, so what do you think? How should they
yes,
support them?
they support them by military. I mean, the military support. I mean, by sending them the military support and provide them the I mean enough weapon. For example,
Okay.
we
Have
have
they
in
asked
Iraq.
for help, though? Has Syria and Iraq asked for help from Europe?
Yeah, yes, we are Kurdish government, the north part of Iraq. We are legal government. We are not illegal. We are legal government, and we ask United States and European Union to support us. I mean, send us more weapon. We need really, the sophisticated. They say development technology to just defeat ISIS because they have them. It's not a fair fight. It's not fair war. Yes, teacher.
Now, part of this is you've got to engage me too. I can't just let you. You can't take all the talk time. So, to ask me some tough questions too about this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. Okay. So okay. What? Yeah. So I mean, I just try to answer the question that they have to. I mean, just send us more. I mean, weapon that we needed actually in this not fair war. So I don't know about you are Western. I mean, Western person. Western. Let's say you're from Canada, and what's your opinion? What's your perspective about the supporting? Do they support us enough? Support us enough. What do you think?
Well, I agree with David. You have to solve the problem. You can't just accept people into your borders continuously. That's not solving the problem. You need to do something on the ground. You need to look at what the Islamic State is doing and how it's creating disruptions for so many people, for so many countries, and that looks to be the problem, the cause of this. So yes, I think there needs to be intervention. I'm just not sure whose responsibility that is. I think that Syria should be inviting people in. Iraq, northern Iraq should be inviting people in, because otherwise it's us invading another country. And you've got to get support from the local countries. You can't just have the West coming in. That creates tons of problems. The whole Cold War, and Ekaterina could talk to that, the old Soviet Union and the U.S. empire. A lot of conflicts were created that really didn't need to be created. And I would really like to see this situation resolved, but I don't know how to do it.
You know about the neighbor countries. Let's say we have Iran. Okay.
Sorry, I wish we had more time. We've got about 7 minutes left because I have a private lesson. I have to end at 55. The reason I do that is simply because I can't be late for class. As you guys know, I'm never late for class. But also I need to get a bathroom break, get some water, and I'll get a dry throat if I don't. So that's why I'll be ending the class at 55. So what I want to do now is I want to go back and have a quick 1-minute conversation with Adela and each one of you. Adela, what did you learn in this class? What did you learn, but what did you get out of this class?
To try to share my feeling in English. That is difficult because sometimes you have the idea to talk very fast, very with emphasize. It's difficult to try something to translate or to think in English to express the emotions. I think is a good exercise.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Adela. What about you, David?
Well, I think we are from different countries, and perhaps no one wants to accept the war as a solution, but I think in some way we have to accept that here we have a problem and we have to go there and try to fix the problem. It's like if you give your boy 2 snacks every day and one of his mates steal 1 snack, and you keep giving him every day 2 snacks. I think you have to solve the problem. You have to go to the school and look for the problem and try to fix the problem. The solution is not giving 2 snacks or 3 or 4.
Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Ekaterina, what did you get out of this class?
As for this class specifically, not about the topic, this class gives me a little bit to become a little bit more confident about speaking in front of other people, despite it's online, and actually I even don't see anyone, but it's pretty nervous for me usually. Yeah, yeah, I see you. Yeah, and it's great. So thank you for that. Thank you for this opportunity to talk in pairs, especially. Yeah, in pairs especially. It's pretty difficult to talk to a unknown person about some specific topic. It's good practice, I guess. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I love it when I've got faces because it's more personal and I enjoy it more, but I understand privacy. Guys, I have booked 2 more classes for tomorrow and the next day. It's a little bit later than now. These classes, again, get you talking a lot. It's called Describe What You See. I show pictures or videos, and then you have a minute or 2 to describe what you see. You also get a chance to tell us, my son shouldn't be outdoors. You also get a chance to tell us how you feel when you see an image. So it's great. You get to do a lot of speaking like this class. All my classes are conversation-based. All right, Elle, you've got a minute. Tell us what you think about this class. What did you get out of it? Elle?
Okay, now, okay. Okay, so I can deny that I get to practice my speaking skill. That is really important for me. And speaking from your mind is challenges for me. And I got time from YouTube that make me nervous all the time. So, and more than that, I learned something from my friends in this class about what they thought to the serious situations. I think this is it's a bonus from this class.
Thank you, Al. And Jose, what did you get out of this class?
I think that this kind of classes are very useful because you can improve your skills about talking in English. I like this kind of classes because the topic are very interesting. You have to talk for 2 or 3 minutes with another person. I think you can get practice talking in English.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Jose. Well, I hate to do this, but unfortunately, I'm not going to leave Saiban and Manolo with a minute, but I've hit the 55 mark, and trust me, guys, I need that 5 minutes to end this class, start the new one, and figure out why my son's outside by himself when he's only 2 years old, or not even 2. So thank you so much for coming, guys. Like I said, I'll be here tomorrow night and the following night. I hope to see you guys again, and I'm so glad to see many of you that I haven't seen in a long time, like Saiban, Adela, and David, and Jose. So thank you, guys. Have yourself a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye now.